Hey, what's going on? It's Eric. A couple things that you're going to want to consider for sure when you're bidding a property, because you don't want to show up at that property and then do one of these when you're done and say, wow, what happened to that time? I could have sworn that was only going to take 15 minutes or a half an hour, and it takes an hour. And some things that's really easy to look over, and one of the things I will say right off the bat is never, I don't want it to be preaching, sound like I'm preaching to you, but hopefully you're looking for this advice, and hopefully you'll accept it as not me preaching to you. But some of the things, and the reason I'm saying this is because, even to this day, I still get into the trap of, wow, it'd be nice to have that account or something like that, and then you end up lowballing it or being lower than you should be, and just because you want to say that you mow that house or something like that. Even though it sounds silly, it's definitely something that I've been in before, and it always is one of those things that I have to definitely be conscious of. So, anyways, these are the head scratchers right here. Well, first off, how close is it to your mowing area? You definitely want to price accordingly, or just pass it on to somebody else, a friend that you might know in a neighboring town or city that can help out with that property. But I have them written down because there's a list of them here. The slant of the property, you got to keep in mind if it just gets a little bit of a rain, are you not going to be able to do it because you're going to be sliding down the hill with your mower, or if you can't go too early in the morning because of the dew, and you're going to be sliding down the hill with the mower, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. You're going to have to go slower. So are those things, just keep that in mind of how you bid. I don't really recommend having a set price bid for just square footage. I like the idea of bidding on square footage, but you also want to just keep in mind, maybe have a couple different criterias of square footage with a slope, square footage with, and then fill in the blank. We're going to do, if there's a lot of trees, something like that, that's going to be a lot more time. Like if you're on a property and it has the driveway and then there's a walkway in front of it and there's grass on this side of in between the main road, and then so there's a main road, then there's grass, then there's their sidewalk, then there's their main grass, and then that goes to the house. Well, that's extra trimming that you have to do. So as silly as it sounds, that's taking you more time. I usually bid that accordingly. I keep that in mind. Otherwise, it sucks having to walk back and forth 2 extra times. So bill it. Another thing is fences and where the gates are on the fences, because if you're going around a house, I don't know if you can see this, but like let's say this is the house, you go around the house like this, then you can walk out that gate. Well, maybe there isn't a gate over here. You have to walk all the way over here. I mean, that stuff really does matter. So gates, let's see, what else do I have on here? Playgrounds, terrible things for lawn mowing people. hate playgrounds. So those are just a couple things that really will influence. I mean, please, I would take that stuff into account and bill more if they have more of that stuff, or just don't just say, oh, well, the square footage is this, so I'm going to charge this because that's all it is. You just got to keep that stuff in mind when you're bidding. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Thanks. Bye.